Right. So this is Adobe Premiere. We'll be using this to do some cuts. You can splice film together, but you might find that you're going to record some video and you may record a lot of it and only want a few seconds of out of maybe a few minutes. And just for the sake of your machine and to work easier, you don't want to keep all of that in the clips that you want because it'll just slow down your machine trying to stream and hold all of this video. So you want to crop it down to what you need. So in this case, I have a video here. I'm just going to drag it into my import media. And let's just drop it right into our timeline. So we're going to use this as our green screen for some of our examples this week. And what you can see is if I go through it, it has a whole bunch of different shots in here that you may decide, oh, maybe I want to do some different stuff or pull some of these different ones for different clips and then edit them in different ways. So they've got models, actors, um, a lot of fun stuff that we could do with some like putting some green screen inside of here, like what's she watching, dancers, if I'm doing a music video where I can silhouette them out, stuff I could put on a computer screen or a phone. And some of it has video. Sorry about that. I downloaded this, so it's like, wow, there's a lot more women in it than I thought. So sorry about that. Yeah, we're gonna crop out what we need. Believe it or not, this is stock footage, so straight from a stock video, so it's great. But for some of this stuff, this will be great because I'm actually, what I'm thinking of is the dancers. What we're going to do is we're going to take the dancers, we're not even going to see them. All we're going to do is kind of a James Bond thing where we're taking some of these dancers and stuff like this, which would be awesome for a James Bond clip where we could put video on top, where we could actually have explosions or, different things that are of a James Bond nature and do something like that where they're just going to be silhouetted, most of them. So for what we're doing, or a music video, that'd be kind of cool just to kind of do a stylized, you won't even see the details. You're going to see essentially this very James Bond-esque kind of thing going on where we could do some really cool stuff. So, but I don't want the entire thing. That's like over 15, almost 18 minutes of video here, right? So what I would do is this is where I would zoom in down here and I would start to clip these things. Okay. So I may have to zoom in pretty tight so I can see where these are. So like she goes to right about here. There we are. Let's zoom in a little bit more. Right about there. So I need to slice these guys up. There's several ways of doing it. I'm just going to show you a quick and easy way. So what I want to do is slice these guys up. And I just want you to remember the shortcuts I and O for basically in and out. Okay. So at the beginning, I don't have to put one in the beginning because it's already, I mean, we'll go right to the beginning here. Let's kind of go right to our beginning footage and I press I. And then we go forward. Let's zoom out a little bit. And I'm looking at the time code right here. So it goes to about 10. So let's say this is actually more like switch you to a 9 and we'll put you to like a 928. That'll work. and then I press O. And you see what that did if I zoom out, zoom in. It's just this one area that is now highlighted. That's my in, that's my out. And I say this is going to be the first clip that I want, okay, or the first area that I want. So I didn't even have to slice my video up or anything. I just have this. And now I just go File, Export Media. And then what you'll notice, this tiny little spot right here is what is selected. And down here, sequence in and out. That's what I want to export. So pay attention to what resolution. This one's 1280 by 720. Okay. So if I'm doing a 1080 resolution, she's not going to fill up the whole screen. But then again, she doesn't need to. She's going to be smaller in that area. And so for right now, I just want to verify, yep, H.264 format. Let's do, what are we? It's going to be 12 megabytes like this if I match the source. Because it's a really short clip. Like I said, you can go to like, HD 720. And now we dropped it down to 2 megabytes, and that actually should be fine. 30 pixels. Audio, there really isn't any, but we should be good. So now that's going to be a really short clip. Let's see what that's like. So we export it. Or actually, before we do that, let's make sure. Yeah. Video was successfully exported. Okay. Now, let me just do that again so you can see something. Let's go. File, export media. And we have all of these. This is where we'd output it. So I didn't like where, let's put this, we want to actually put this where, because there it is right there, right? It's only a couple of megabytes, so I'm not going to worry too much. But I want to put it into my project movies folder. And let's just give it a real name. Let's say suit girl underscore GS for green screen 1. Because I might have more shots of her. And now if I do that and say like, yep, everything should be good. Export. Boom. See? So let's just double check and see what that looks like. So here it is here. Great. So then I would just go down the row and start to say like, okay, what other part do I want? Maybe I want this one to start here, so I know that's at 10. Enter. I. Right about there. And then we press O, the letter O. And then I'll do it again. File, export media. What's in the in and out that I just set right there? Change the name. It's in the right folder now. Let's say this is, select this so we can get the name and then just change the beginning. Girl, dance, close, green screen 1. And then export that. And I'm basically pulling out all the videos I want that I'm going to use inside of After Effects so that I have these much smaller clips that I can do stuff with instead of having this really huge one that has a whole bunch of extra things that I don't need. And I would just go through that process over and over again, using this to zoom in and out to kind of see what it is that I want. So I, right here. Oh, export media, change the name. Let's say girls. Let's say three girls dance. Green screen. Export. And I just keep on popping these out. Now, this could be from the clip of a movie or whatever footage that you're using, TV show, film that you shot, but I'm just breaking it up so that I can basically pull it into After Effects. And then we can start to do some really cool stuff like this, where we don't have all those extra shots and I don't have to deal with an entirely big, huge video. And then I can just put them together.